Hello, y'all. Today is G, and guess what I'm making? German chocolate cake. So we have had a busy afternoon. We took our baby chickens. They're about 5 weeks old now. They've got all their feathers, so we decided since it's so warm, it's in the 90s here, it's plenty fine for them to be off my sun porch and down to the pen. So that's what we've done all afternoon. So I've put in a lot of steps down there and back because it's a pretty good little hike down there. But anyhow, let me show you what I'm doing with this German chocolate thing. It calls for 3 of the 9-inch pans. So I've got my pans, and it asks you to line the bottom of them with parchment paper. So I just took the pan, drew a circle on some parchment paper like this. If you can see that circle drawn on there. Oh, wait. No, maybe. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a circle drawn on there. And then you just start cutting it out, which I've been doing, and then it will fit right down in the pan like that. So now I will spray this with the cooking spray when it's time, right before it's time to put the batter in here, and hopefully my cakes will not stick on the bottom. So let me get everything together to make the cake. I've been waiting for my butter to get soft, and it's just about ready. So we'll get going in just a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm taking 2 bars of the Baker's German chocolate and so 2 4-ounce containers of it. Put it in a microwave safe bowl with a ½ a cup of water, and now I'm going to microwave it and get this chocolate melted. Okay, I want you to see how this looks. I had to really stir it to get it nice and smooth. I'm using a little wire whip, so it's smooth now. And now I'm going to get the flour, the salt, and the baking soda together. So it's 2 cups of flour, that's the all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So let me get that ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I have to mix up the butter with 2 cups of sugar. So it's a cup of butter. Sorry, just got the light turned on. A cup of butter and 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to mix that up, and then I'm going to add in 4 egg yolks. So I'm going to get that going, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've been beating that butter and sugar for about 3 minutes. So now I'm going to start adding in the egg yolks, hopefully one at a time. Here. See if I can do that. One. And 2, great. And 4. There we go. Now then, I'm going to add in the chocolate. I tasted this chocolate, it's sweet. Sprinkle here. It's really making this a light brown color here. Don't leave any of that in the bowl. That's some good chocolate. the noise of this mixer, but not much I can do about it. Just talk a little louder is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to turn it down to low and start adding in the flour. Again, this was 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to add this in, and add a little bit of buttermilk in with it. I've got a cup of buttermilk. Just going to mix a little bit of flour and then a little bit of buttermilk like that. You have to do your mixer on low, or this flour just goes everywhere. I've learned that the hard way. Put my buttermilk. This is, it's pretty late at night right now. We went ahead and ate dinner. We're tired. So I'm making my cakes tonight, and I will frost it in the morning. So I'll finish this video up tomorrow morning. I did want to get these cakes finished up tonight. Tomorrow happens to be Bob's birthday, so he'll get to eat some of this cake on his birthday. Getting this batter all mixed up, and then I have to, in a different bowl with my hand mixer, I'm going to beat up the egg whites into like a meringue, and then I'll fold them into this batter. I missed the bowl there. Get flour all over the floor. I don't know if you've ever gotten flour on the floor, but it's pretty slippery. So, I'm getting that well beat. We'll stop it and scrape it down. Just make sure it's all mixed really well. Okay. Get that off my beater, my spatula. I'm going to beat it just a little bit more. All right. So now I'm going to take the egg whites that I'd saved from those eggs. This is 4 egg whites, and I'm going to beat them in a bigger bowl with my hand mixer, and then I'll fold that into this batter right here, and then I'll be putting it in the pan. So I'll get right back with you as soon as I get that to the next stage. Okay, I beat these egg whites, and you can see that these are stiff peaks now. So I'm going to blend this in with the other batter. So let me turn you around so you can watch how I do that. I've got it sitting over here now. And I'm just going to put this spoon out of the way. And I'm going to just fold this in gently. think I do this in my sour cream pound cake recipe as well, where you fold in the egg whites gently. Just trying to make sure it all is fluffy and light. Just folding it gently like this until it's all mixed in good. And then I'm going to put it in the prepared pans that I showed you at the beginning. So just trying to scoop way down in here and get everything up from the bottom and let those egg whites just mix right in real good. So you can see it's mixing in really good now. Has a marbling look to it. So now I'm just gonna put this over into the pans. So let me get them over here. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I've just put them in the oven, so I want you to see real quick. There's 3 pans in there with the batter in it. So I put it on for about 20 minutes. I'll check it then and see if it's done enough. If not, I'll give it a few more minutes. I'll be back with you. Okay, I took them out of the oven. I let them cool for 15 minutes, and then I turned them upside down onto these wire racks to let them cool now for at least an hour before we can frost them. So I'll get back with you when we start to do that. Okay, y'all, the recipe for the coconut pecan frosting said the first thing I need to do is take 2 cups of chopped pecans, put them on this little baking sheet, and toast them just by cooking them at 350 for about 7 to 8 minutes. So I've done that. I was so afraid I was going to let them get too dark, but I didn't. I got them out. So they're not super toasted, but they're fragrant. So it released some of the oils in there. So just want to let you know. So I've got to let those cool, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, it's time to put the frosting together. So I'm going to take a can of evaporated milk. That's 12 ounces. Put it in a nice, big, heavy pot. It says at least a 3-quart pot, so I'm assuming this is going to be big enough. All right, and then I'm going to add in a 1.5 cups of white sugar. Get the fire going under that. I'm also going to put in a 1.5 sticks, which is 3/4 of a cup of butter. So there's the other half. And believe it or not, I'm going to stir in 6 egg yolks. And I hate to waste egg whites, so I'm saving those egg whites to make a meringue on a banana pudding, because I bought some bananas today. So I'll make a banana pudding maybe tomorrow or Sunday. But I saved those egg whites in a little container and put it in the refrigerator. So now I've just got to get this heated and all the sugar melted and the butter melted, and then just keep cooking it until it turns a caramel color and gets sort of like a pudding. And it said it'll take about 12 to 14 minutes, so I will get back with you then. All right, I want you to see this has reached a light caramel color, and it's bubbling, and it's got a pudding, thick pudding consistency here. So now it's time to add the next ingredients to it, which is our coconut, which is 2.5 cups of coconut, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and all of those beautiful toasted pecans. All right, now I just need to stir this all in together. And this is going to go on top of our cakes, but I think it has to cool for a minute or two first before we try to put it on the cake. So you can see how gorgeous this looks. At least I hope you can. Let me show you. See how gorgeous that looks? I mean, if it weren't so hot, it'd be good to just spoon some up and eat it. But that's the coconut pecan frosting that's going to go on the cake. So I'll get that going in just a minute. Okay, I've let the icing, the frosting cool for about 35 minutes. It says until it's spreading consistency, and it feels like it is. So I put the first 2 layers together. Now I'm going to put some of this frosting on the second layer. Just spread it out with my little spatula thing here. I love this thing, by the way. I don't know if you've got one like that. It's great. And I love this turntable. So it's a marble turntable, so it's pretty enough to use to actually display the cake on as well. So just gonna keep putting this on here. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to decorate the sides or not, but if not, then we'll just have it on all the layers in the top. It's might be kind of hard to get it on the sides anyhow. But we're getting it on there pretty thick. It's actually pretty thick icing, to tell you the truth. All right, now let's put the third and final layer on. This makes for a very tall cake, but it's looking good. So just keep doing it. I'll keep doing this and then see if I'll be able to have enough to go around the sides. I may just have to have it dripping down around, but it doesn't matter. It's going to taste great and everybody will be happy with it tomorrow. Thanks. All right, y'all, I finished decorating it and you can see it turned out gorgeous. I used every smidgen of that frosting and it covered it completely. I mean, I was scraping the bottom of the bowl, but I got it all on here. And tomorrow I'm gonna put 2 candles on here, a 7 and a 5. 75, because tomorrow is Bob's 75th birthday. So this will be his birthday cake. Anyhow, thank y'all for the suggestions for G. I was delighted when I saw a cake on there, German chocolate cake. So y'all try it, please subscribe, and I will see you for H.